Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just doing another WIP and chat with you all. I am still working on Susie Snowflake. Yesterday got, not yesterday. Did I just say yesterday? Well, yesterday counts too as part of it, but yeah, last week time got away from me and I didn't end up finishing this, and I had planned on it. I really don't have much left, just this square here and then like this bottom row. So yeah, I thought I would pop in and do a WIP and chat, trying to keep to these weekly if possible, but never going to promise, because I swear anytime I promise something for any of my YouTube channels so it's like the universe hears me make a promise and it's like, you know what would be fun? Not doing that. And then things just go crazy. So I'm just going to try. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this has been a weird couple of days. A lot of stressful things going on at home. And just trying to get prepared for my daughter's comp dance season, which is, let's see, first week of March is when their first competition is. And then my son's spring season starts also in March, because why would we ever get a break, right? Let's see. I think spring season starts the third week of March. They usually wait a little bit because we do tend to get those freak snowstorms out of nowhere. Just when the warm air starts to hit and you think it's safe to come out and it's spring, you'll get like hit with a blizzard. So if I remember, it's like the third week of March when we're in the safe zone. Ooh, some of these are a little tight. Speaking of which, just a quick tip, if you ever get like one of the trays from my box or just any seller on Etsy, because my trays are made by Creations by LEP, if the lid is ever tight, don't think it's defective. First of all, just sit there and move it back and forth. Sometimes it just needs to work its way out and smooth out on its own, but you could also take a little nail file along the side and just smooth it. Especially glitter trays. Glitter trays tend to have a tight fit at first, but it does loosen up. But just FYI, because that was something I had noticed once with my glitter trays. So just something to keep in mind. You just like sit here and go like this, and it'll eventually loosen, or like I said, you can go grab a nail file. I, however, I'm too lazy to go find a nail file because I rarely do my own nails. I always have my nails professionally done. It's worth every minute, because I tried doing my own nails during COVID. Did I grab the right one? Yeah. And yeah, that was a disaster. But I also get them done just because, you know, with work and all that, and then obviously YouTube channel, especially a faceless YouTube channel, or should I say faceless for YouTube channels? Don't see my face in any of them. And so yeah, I guess it's all you see are my hands, so I might as well make those look good, right? I have lost weight. I don't know if it shows in my hands or not. So I guess it's been a couple months now, but I started lightly. So I've gained a lot of weight since like 2020. I mean, I think everyone put on weight for COVID, and I don't want to put my weight gain solely on COVID. It did play a big role. I got really lazy because there was nothing to do. I mean, I think I spent like the first 3 months of COVID sitting in bed coloring mandalas nonstop. So, but I also also like COVID brought about like food delivery, right? Like before you had like very limited choices on what foods could be delivered. And then with COVID, everything could be delivered. I mean, I should have, dang it, now that I think of it, I should have invested in Uber Eats and DoorDash. Oh, I could be rich right now, but hindsight. Anyway, yeah, like with COVID, you know, once food was able to be delivered, I tend to be a stress eater. I don't know if any of you are fellow stress eaters, but I would just kind of, to cope with my stress, order anything and everything that satisfied my stress, which is usually sweets, that could be delivered. And then just didn't work out, didn't take care of myself. And before I knew it, I gained, let's see, at my peak, I was like 70 pounds. Yeah, I gained 70 pounds at my peak. And so then last couple months I started cutting like any nighttime snacks. That was my big thing, because I tend to do that, just binge on something sweet at night. And so I was like, okay, no more. I'm quitting this. Even with Christmas, I didn't even really eat Christmas cookies, and I thought like, oh shoot, Valentine's Day, all the treats, but I actually didn't even eat any of them. I've like broken the mental habit, because it was just a mental comfort. And so yeah, I started doing that. And like, I'll be completely honest, I was 190 pounds when I was at my heaviest. And then just cutting the nightly snacks and then binge eating, I dropped to 166 pounds. So that's what I'm at right now. It's 166. And now I'm kind of working on my diet, because my diet's not bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. Well, minus the fact that I go to Starbucks and get a Starbucks coffee, but I don't eat. And that's not in a good, not a good way. I went from binge eating for stress to just not eating. But what I mean by that is I've never been a breakfast person. I'm never really hungry in the mornings. I have my coffee. That's a must for my sanity and everyone in the world's safety. I must have that cup of coffee. But like, I'll drink coffee and I just put a splash of half and half in it, and that's it. But like during the day or in the morning, I'm not hungry. Like, I don't want to do breakfast, but I can't do the whole intermittent fasting trend either, because in the morning I'm not fasting because I have my coffee with half and half. And I can drink black coffee, actually. Ooh, that one came right off there. I actually prefer black coffee, but lately I just feel like having some half and half in it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, so technically I wouldn't be fasting. If I had just black coffee, I guess it would be. But I've never been a fan of the whole intermittent fasting thing, because I do go through phases. And sometimes I wonder if it's because it's winter that I'm just not interested in breakfast. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. It's something though. But like, I can't bring myself to eat anything, but I'll like drink coffee, which isn't good, because you really shouldn't drink coffee on an empty stomach, especially with me, because I have a condition called chronic gastritis. And coffee is the exact thing to drink if you want to flare that up. And then on an empty stomach, well, you're just asking for it. But I do it anyway. So anytime I do get a flare up, I'm like, yeah, I had that coming. Like, I don't deny it. I don't place blame. It's all on me. But yeah, so I don't know. I keep trying. Like, I'll go, okay, I'm gonna eat some oatmeal, because back in the day I used to do oatmeal for breakfast, oatmeal with a little bit of coconut palm sugar. Not because it's healthier, because honestly I don't know if it really is healthier. You know, studies are mixed. I just like the taste of it better than brown sugar. And then I would add blueberries, but I can't, like, I'm just not hungry. And I'm honestly not hungry until about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But again, like I said, that wouldn't qualify for the intermittent fasting because I had half and half in my coffee earlier, so I'm not really fasting. But I am, but I'm not. I don't know. But either way, I am trying to work on getting better about eating a breakfast of sorts. I'm not gonna promise there will be anything glorious, but that's one of my goals, is to start eating more. But anytime I eat more, I get hungry more, which is a natural response, I know, but I don't know. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, the whole point, oops, I dropped my drill. The whole point of this and me dropping my drill is, yeah, I'm basically working right now on getting more activity and just improving my eating habits so that I'm not literally living off of caffeine till 2 in the afternoon and then eating a snack, or making dinner early because I'm like ravenous and the hanger starts to set in and then I just get mean. So I'm working on that. But I'm also trying to make a goal of just like 30 minutes of exercise, but like it doesn't have to be 30 minutes together, because there's something I loathe sometimes about just doing 30 minutes at once. I'm like, it's like a chore. My body revolts and my brain, it's like, no, I don't want to do 30 minutes all together right now. So sometimes I change it up. Sometimes I'll just go walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes, or I'll go use the rowing machine downstairs. We actually have a full gym. There's literally no reason I shouldn't be super fit. I own a gym and my son uses it, which is great, keeps him in shape, but do I do? No. Even when I'm yelling at my son to get his butt down there and work out because he's supposed to for sports, I'm like the world's biggest hypocrite, sitting there coloring or diamond painting while he's down there sweating. So yeah, I've started using the gym that I own and yell at my son to use, but I split it up as long as I just get my heart rate up there. And then I'm trying to slowly increase like my daily steps, and my goal for that. But I'm not trying to do it all at once and be unreasonable, because I do have a job that puts me, you know, on my backside for a few hours a day. And I've been trying to use my treadmill desk a little bit more. And I don't have an actual treadmill desk. What I have for my setup is a treadmill with a desk-like thing that goes across it so that I can put my laptop on it and then use it that way. Because I wanted an actual treadmill, so I didn't want to buy like a walking pad and a desk and stuff like that. But that's how mine is set up, and it still does the same thing. I can work on my laptop though, which is, I honestly hate working on my laptop because my desktop has 3 monitors, so it's really hard to go from 3 big monitors to one teeny tiny one, because you have like all your windows already organized in a certain way, and then you're like, oh shoot. But you know, I've been trying to do that too, just little things. But yeah, like, I mean, I've only recently started incorporating working out and more activity. It's mostly been diet, and I've dropped that much weight, so I guess I'll count it as a win. The color N. But yeah, I am trying to lose weight and take care of my body. I think, like, something I had noticed I have done over the past few years is just kind of give up on my body and self-care in general. Like, just gave up on everything. Like, I was too tired from dealing with the kids and all their stuff, or, you know, it was a hard day at work. So, like, I just skipped out on any self-care possible, even, like, right down to, like, taking a shower after a long day was, like, too much hassle. And I noticed it, and I wasn't, like, depressed, but I was just burnt out. I was definitely suffering, like, burnout, because, like, I couldn't even, like, bring myself to do just, like, get dressed, get out of my sweatpants, anything. I don't know. It was so noticing that, and then, you know, just combined with, like, the weight gain, it's like, okay, I need to do something, because, like, I want my kids to have a healthy mom, for one. And I kind of want them to, like, you know, learn from example. But also just for me in general, I wanted to feel better about myself. And I'm not saying weight loss or being skinny is a direct line to happiness or being happy with yourself. But I think maybe also turning 40 this year is part of it, you know. Turn 40 and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 40. But yeah, it's just, for me, it's something I want to focus on. I'm not saying anyone should ever feel like their weight also correlates to their happiness. But in my case, there's something there. But ugh, so many drills in this kit that are stuck together. I actually have one of those drill grinders, which are actually just a spice grinder. Fun fact, the mold is. But I'm too lazy to break it out half the time. So I just sit there and rub my fingers over them until they break apart. So yeah, I'm working on my weight loss. I'm hoping by summer I'll have at least dropped another 20-ish pounds. And I say ish because I'm working out, and weight is really just a very small fraction of weight, like getting in shape and weight loss. So it's really important you don't just always focus on the scale. I'm actually, like, measuring my body and considering that as well, because, like I said, I mean, I have a friend who actually weighs almost 20 pounds more. I'm going to change out my putty because this one's lost its sticky love. I have a friend who actually is, like, she's almost 20 or 30 pounds heavier than her skinniest, as she called it. But it's because she started working out a ton, and she's actually thinner inch-wise, but weighs more. But yeah, so it's kind of like I said, it's one number. But so yeah, working on the weight loss thing, and we'll see where that goes. And then I've got work that's keeping me busy. We have a big conference that we are hosting that comes up in March. I'm a little nervous traveling. I haven't been on an airplane in a very, very long time. By the way, I keep, so every batch of putty and wax I make, I keep a control sample, and I use it. And so this, funny enough, these two are from control samples of the first wax and putty I made, like, when my store opened in May of 2023. I don't think I've released pineapple for a while, or re-released it for a while, but yeah, these are from my first batch ever. And I've been playing around with it and using them up. My first batch ever, I did not like how it worked with ABs. I've since adjusted the formula, but yeah, I always have a control sample, and the reason I do that is so if someone, you know, says there's an issue with their batch, I pull out a sample of that batch and try to replicate the issue, but also just troubleshoot it to see if there's some way I can tweak the recipe to solve it if it's not specific to that person's like area, or because I can only perfect a recipe to work for everyone so far, you know, like if you live in a really humid climate, if I were to tweak it specifically only to high humidity, then everyone who lives in like a dry area like me in Utah, we're very dry out here, the putty would dry up so quickly I wouldn't be able to use it. So I tweak the recipe here and there with comments and feedback I get, but I make the tweaks slowly too, so that like I don't do a drastic recipe change. And then I go back sometimes, like if I notice that one's not working out, or you know, I pull batches out also months later and play with them again just to see if they're still same consistency, if they've broken down over time. So it's one of those things I like to do. But yeah, the other day I pulled that batch out and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like my first batch ever. Back when I would only make like 5 at a time because I didn't know if anyone would buy them. Now it's like batches are going so quickly. I'm gonna have to start increasing the batch size again. But yeah, just a little fun fact. If you ever see like my baggies of putty and wonder why they're not in like the bags that they would come in if you bought them, it's just because I throw them in a bag and leave them there for testing later. But yeah, I'll be traveling for work soon. Kind of excited to meet up with the team, and like, I mean, I meet with my team virtually all the time, but virtually versus in person is quite different. So it'd be kind of fun to get out there, meet the team, and do this conference, and then yeah, go from there. Do have some like stressful things going on just in my personal life. Not really ready to talk about those, but there will be some big changes probably coming up soon enough, and we'll see how that goes. It's always interesting when you get older how much changes, or how often things can change, or unexpectedly change. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad, because that's just part of being an adult, right? So I still, to this day, I'm always like, why was I in such a hurry to be an adult? Like, I'm sure I had my reasons, but like, I wish someone, the future me, would have like popped in, you know, like in Back to the Future, and been like, no, don't rush to be an adult. It's fine. Enjoy your life. Go on vacations. Be crazy. Instead, I was like, I'm just going to get a full-time job and go down this route right away. But I don't have any regrets. Well, some days I do. Only because a few of my coworkers are way younger than me, and they're like doing all the things I'm pretty sure I should have done in my 20s. So sometimes I'm like, dang it, why didn't I do that? And I just can't do it right now because, as some people call it, the season of life I'm in at the moment just wouldn't allow it. But maybe one day later I'll make up for it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a midlife crisis. Let's see. But yeah, I did post my new pen haul video. I don't need more diamond painting pens. I don't. Like, I literally don't. But if people are going to keep releasing these beautiful pens, I need to quit checking, you know, the Etsy updates when they're like, ooh, new in stock. I just need to ignore those, turn them off, In fact, just not even go to the consumer side of Etsy anymore. Just stay away. Because that's where they get me. I'll be like, I'm not buying any more pens. I don't need any more pens. And then there I am, buying a freaking pen. Because something dropped. So yeah, I really need to stay away. But I can't help myself because just people are so talented with resin and all the stuff they do, and I'm so jealous because if I had time I would pour resin blanks and make an art of it, but I've only got so much free time. So here I am. I do like these WIP and chats though, for a couple reasons. One, it gives me a chance to film something for this channel. And two, when I'm like just itching to go seclude myself with my audiobook and color in my room, it pulls me out of that, because I've noticed afternoons I start to get really antsy. I don't know why. I just get really, like around 1 p.m. I start getting antsy, and by 2 p.m., which is right now when I'm filming, I'm extra just like on edge, and I don't know what it is. It's like part of my body and brain are just telling me, okay, you've worked long enough today. It's time to go relax. By the way, I start work at like anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m. and I just work nonstop. So it's not like I'm cutting the day short here. But it's like my body and brain are partially saying that, but also I don't know what the other part of the message is. It's the oddest feeling, but I was like, you know what would be good is, one, I'm really trying to finish this darn kit. And I do sit here and listen to my audiobook while working on this kit too, so there's that. But lately I've been wanting to just like go sit on my bed and listen to my audiobook in color. And but the thing is I don't even want to color. More so I just want to listen to the book and keep my hands busy, but I don't know. It's probably all the stress in my life right now with just all the personal things going on. To be completely honest, I think that's what it is. It's just I've got so much on my plate and on my mind right now that like even the idea of doing something that should relax me like doesn't. And then like I kind of just force it on myself, right? Like I force myself to sit down and color, or sometimes I want to really, really work on my book, but then I'm like, no, I just want to get lost in someone else's novel. I don't feel like getting lost in my own. And so I think it's just my brain is too full with everything going on personally right now that it just can't. One, it can't find a way to relax and be comfortable and at ease, and I think it just builds up all day. And then two, I don't know. I've like literally have noticed it quite a bit over the last couple weeks. I was, gosh, was it only last week? It might have been. I was going through a really bad bout of insomnia, which I think is starting to finally make a turn for the better. I don't want to jinx it, but I do go to bed early and I'm waking up even earlier, but I feel like I'm sleeping better and not waking up all foggy and dizzy and gross. So I think that's improving. Insomnia is the worst. It's just one of those things where it's so frustrating because you are actually tired, like physically and mentally tired and drained, and yet like you could feel like you could pass out at any moment and just fall asleep. But then when you go to lay down, your brain's like, yeah, no. So it's like the oddest most frustrating condition, I think, and one I just don't understand. But yeah, I'm hoping this bout of insomnia will go away, or it has gone away, because it was really rough at first when I was going through it, just because I couldn't like focus. The day would just like blur on by, but it's because I was like half zombie. And then I was doing, you know, whatever I could to like stay alert, which usually involved drinking coffee, which is not the best when you're having trouble sleeping. But it's like, if you don't drink it, you can't function and work. But if you do drink it, it may not let you sleep that night. So, gosh, it was quite frustrating, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. But between that antsy phase in the afternoon and weirdness of going to sleep, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll pass soon. And that's why because I used to film in the mornings, but that's why I'm kind of filming more in the afternoons now, because I think like it helps fill the void a little or distract me from whatever is causing me to feel a little antsy. And then yeah, I mean, I'll sit and do filming or something, and then the kids come home and just dive right into that. But hopefully next week when I make a WIP and chat or WIP and rant, I really think I'm going to change it to WIP and rant. Why do we have to call it a WIP and chat? It's literally just a rant phase. But hopefully I'll have better news, like that I've started sleeping and my weird afternoon anxiety goes away. The afternoon anxiety. I don't know, it's the strangest thing. Like, I literally just sit there uncomfortable. Like, that's the best way to describe it. I'm like uncomfortable in my own skin. I can't relax. I like force myself to do something and then just sit there like, oh, this is so dumb. I don't want to do it. It's so weird. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you've ever encountered something similar to that and what it was. Or what saved you from it in the future. I don't know. Because I have no idea what it is. Whether it's just because I have so much stress going on right now that this is just my body, like by the end of the day, you know, it's like, no, stress is in overload mode and starts wigging out, or if it's like something totally different. I don't know. But let's see. So yeah, I am working on the March box. I keep getting comments about the boxes when they release. I need to just post it somewhere and like pin it. But my boxes release on the 1st of every month at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Occasionally they'll post before that, but yeah, that's the time I aim for. I try to keep it consistent because I know there's actually quite a few people that sit there waiting for it to pop up, so I try to keep it consistent. This box will be a little different in a few ways. So I don't know if I mentioned it last WIP and rant. Yeah, I'm so changing it to a WIP and rant. But I did partner with Shimmering Canvases, and we're going to have drills, like specialty drills that you can use to, you know, AB drills, I should be more specific. Pretty sparkly drills. So you can use them to spruce up your paintings, whether it's that month or any month. You can save the drills, they don't expire. But it's like a little bit of AB that you can add to any painting, and they'll be part of the theme of the box. So she and I have partnered to do that. And then I'm still doing the trays, of course, with LEP. And ooh, the March one is so cute. And then I'm debating on, I'm debating on this, how I'm gonna roll out this box. I may not have a diamond pen at all. I did turn some very basic pens on the lathe, and I've kind of just been sitting there mulling over if I want to include them. So I already spent all the time doing the work, but I'm not sure they'll actually wind up in the box. I may just list them separately. I don't know. I don't know. The other reason was I was like, it'd be nice to have a cheaper box for once. Because occasionally it'd be nice to just throw out a box that's a little cheaper. So that was the other thing. So we'll see what I come up with. I did start releasing though those bundles in my store. There's a unicorn one up right now. Basically all they are, where is my number 4? I know I grabbed it like earlier today. But the little bundles are smaller than the box. They don't come with all the goodies. Like I have the unicorn bundle up right now, for example. And that one is, it has a unicorn cover minder, a unicorn tin. Oh shoot, I don't have any of my tins around. I'd show you. The tins are pretty big. They hold, so this is a really old school wax of mine, by the way. Back in when I first started, this is how the labels were. Do I have one of my other ones around here? I don't. Not on me. I'd have to start digging through drawers. But yeah, instead of like these little tins, I kind of missed that design a little. It got tedious. Instead of those little tins, it's a big tin with a lid, and like they're called trinket tins, but they hold about, oh, honestly, 3 or 4 times what this is. It's a lot of wax. It'll last you a long time. So it has like this unicorn tin. It has these purple round AB drills, not from Shimmering Canvas. However, the next bundle I release, those will be ones from her. These were from someone else I partnered with. And but now that I'm partnering with her, I'll be using hers from there on out. But it does have these round AB drills, the unicorn cover minder, and then of course the twisted unicorn putty. So it's a pretty hefty bundle, and I think it's already just sold down, only 4 are left. So but yeah, it's like a cheaper bundle that you can get. And I'm also working on my nails, working on a fairy one, and in fact I'm waiting for the drills from Shimmering Canvas to come for that bundle. But once they get here, that'll be a fun one too, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna be releasing those little bundles so that, like, if you don't get a box, or you don't want a box because the box has so much stuff in it, you can get the little bundles. And the bundles will sometimes just be a cover minder and like wax. Sometimes they'll be putty and cover minders or special washi tape. I don't know. I'm gonna mix it up. It's never gonna be the same. Honestly, depends on whatever the scent is and the theme I'm going with, and that's where we're gonna roll with it. But yeah, just keep an eye out for those, because I did have a few people ask if I would do, oops, there's like a plastic string, more affordable bundles, and that was all I could think of in a way of doing it. Okay, almost done with this square. I just have all these little stragglers. I wish I had set up my light pad. I say this every time I'm working on a painting, by the way, because what I end up doing, because I'm too lazy to set up the light pad, is I hold it up to the window when I think I'm done, and then be like, okay, I'm missing a spot there, and then I'll put those little tabs, you know, that you use for signing paperwork there to remind me which ones where I'm missing a good chunk. But I don't know, I have a light pad. I just haven't gotten around to using it. I have 2 light pads actually, now that I think of it. Because one was sent to me by, oh shoot, who sent me it? Someone sent me one. I think it was Art Dot, maybe. But, and then I had one I bought myself. See, I have 2 light pads. Okay. I am trying to remember where this other staple design is. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. But, yeah, my goal is this weekend. This weekend, maybe. No promises. Like I said, no promises. I will finish this painting because really there is not much left, and I really, 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 really want to kit up the other painting. I also need to really, 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 really work on the one for my mom from Christmas, but I had to take a break because I was just losing my marbles. But it's got to be done because, hi, it's February. Oh, I saw that little one right there. Where is that? But yeah, I really want to kit up that, what's the name of it? I think it's like Never Leave Home. It is another one from Dreamer Designs. It's all pink. Her hair is luscious pink. I've been itching to kit that one up. It's one that I had tried to work on ages ago, and the glue had like some sort of defect on their canvas. Like the drills just kept sliding, and it was my first experience with the company. So I was like, oh my gosh, is this what their canvases are like? And then when I had reached out to them and sent them a video like showing them, they were like, oh no, it shouldn't do that at all. And they instantly sent me a whole brand new kit. But I had like sat there fiddling with it and struggling with it and got like a third of the way done. And so when I got the replacement last year, I had told myself I was going to do it, like go back and do it. And I was going to do it for Valentine's because of all the pink. Not that it's very lovey-dovey or Valentine's-ish at all. It's in fact quite like spooky, but yeah, I didn't get to it. So I need to do that. And that's the one I wanted to kit up for February. And February is basically over. What are we on the, see, I'm filming this on the 20th, but I probably, wait, no, it's not the 20th. It's later than that. It's the 23rd. Wow. If I don't have a planner in front of me, don't ask me what day it is. Yeah, it's the 23rd, but I don't know if I'll actually post this on the 23rd. Gotta put some space in between all those videos I post. Keep you guys waiting. But well, I finished that square. I have this little piece. There we go. I think I got it all. I'm looking. Yeah, I think I got it all. Oh, it's a miracle. This is looking super cute though. I don't know, from far away it probably doesn't look as cute. Well, I shouldn't say that. Far away diamond paintings look amazing. Super up close they look kind of ugly, and halfway it's like a, I don't know, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Isn't that funny? But yeah, overall I'm starting to like this one, and I can't wait to finish it. Oh, and before I go, I bought this little thing. It's supposed to be a diamond painting pen holder, but oh, it will hold the fat ones. Yeah, because they like just these little things squish and move. I was kind of worried when it came, because I was like, oh, I only have like I don't just have the skinny ones, so I'm gonna have to see how it works. But yeah, I'm trying to get all my pens into some sort of like little tray holder, because most of them are just overflowing, and then I'll like forget what pens I even own, and then I buy more that I don't need. I am going to do a pen destash though, kind of destash the pens I don't use or never will use again. because I feel like I have way too many. But then I always sit there like, oh, but one day I will have a canvas that matches that pen. Like I'm using this one here. This is one I made, by the way, for a box. One of my boxes. Don't ask me which one, but I know I made it for one. Shoot, what box was that? Was it Halloween? No, I thought the Halloween one was darker. Anyway, I made that pen. But I picked it because I was like, oh, it really does match the canvas. I was using this one too, but I felt like it didn't match the canvas as well. And I think it's just so fun when you have like your pens match the canvas and cover minders. And I know some people like even pull out the trays, but I have all my, I kit up into all my trays, so I have all the trays ready to go. But I mean, I do have purple trays that would match it if I must. But yeah, since I kit up in trays, I don't really have that luxury of getting the tray, separate tray just to match it. But I think I will call this good for now. So thanks for hanging out with me for another WIP and rant. And hopefully I will see you all very soon. Till then, bye now.